Hello everyone. Today I am going to start one of the most important topic or maybe subjects called as linear algebra. So today I am going to teach you some topic which is related to system of linear equation. So before when I uh, for starting a topic, let's some introduction how many lectures needs to complete. There is a whole linear algebra. So basically, we divided into fourth part, fifth part. Maybe in first of all, in section one, we study one of the most important that is vector space. Second thing is subspaces, then linearly independent and dependent. Second one is linearly dependent. Next one is finite dimension vector space. Next one is infinite dimension vector space. Next one is basis. And next basis and dimension. And in second section, we study about some linear transformation concepts. Next one is metric representation of Li, sorry, linear transformation. Then fundamental of matrices, then system of equations, and in section 3, including the topic are eigenvalues and eigenvector. Next one is similarities of matrices, and in section 4, that is quadratic form, and last is inner product space. Hold on, wait for a second. I'm coming. Actually, add some mouse here because let's say scrolling this one note. So maybe these are the important section for any competitive exam, that is for CRNet, NBHM, GATE, or many exams. So today I am going to teach you one of the most important topic, that is system of linear equation. Okay. So today I'm going to teach you this topic, that is system of linear equation. Okay. And the reference book which I use for these classes, that is Upman Kunj. Okay. So first of all, this topic divided into two categories. First one is for homogeneous and second for non-homogeneous. Okay. So maybe you know it very well in before classes or maybe in your class 12 section. In class 12th, you study about basic concepts of matrices. So here I start this lecture which topic, that is system of linear equation. So maybe लेक्चर के साथ बने रहिए और समझने का प्रयास कीजिए क्या चीज होता है एक एक चीज. सो ये सिस्टम ऑफ लीनियर इक्वेशन, व्हाट इज दिस? मे बी you maybe say that uh, a linear equation in n variable. In n variable, सबसे पहले क्या होता है? First of all, writes to these implementation for n variables. So first of all, you write these variables in the part of like this. When you have some input like n variables, then you represent like this, na? X1, X2 goes up to Xn. Okay. What is this? Is an equation. Is a equation that can be written in the form which form? That is written in the form of where the term are a1 x1, a2 x2 goes up to an xn. Okay, which is equal to b, है ना? जहाँ पे where a1, a2, these are the, and b are real or complex number. These terms are real or complex number known as, maybe say that in second things is known as coefficient and constant term. Okay. So these are the essential features in that each variable appears to the first power and not for the like example like sine x or x square. Okay. So basically a system of linear equation, maybe definition, it's you say that how you can say that this term a system of linear equation or a linear system is a collection of is a collection of one or more linear equations having the same लेक्चर के साथ बने रहिए, बाद में एमसीक्यू क्वेश्चंस भी इसमें इंक्लूड है, ठीक है। सेम सेट ऑफ वेरिएबल्स, एमसीक्यू एंड एमएसक्यू क्वेश्चन. So general form of the matrix representation, how you can represent like this. So you maybe represent the general form of matrix representation like this. So here is point first, that is general form and their matrix representation. So मैं लिख के पढ़ा रहा हूँ तो टाइम लग सकता है ना। मे बी लेक्चर के साथ बने रहिए, सारी चीजें आपको मिलती रहेंगी. So the general form of matrix representation. So consider a system of m linear equation in n unknowns. Okay. So consider a system of m linear equations for which in n unknowns. ये अलग है, ठीक है. So how you represent like this? So first of all, take m linear equations in n unknown. So maybe write like this: a1 x1 plus a12 x2 goes up to a 1n xn, which is equal to b1, and similarly goes for the second, a21 plus a22 x2 goes up to a2n xn, that is b2. And lastly, you may be write like this: or you have am1 x1 plus am2 x2, okay, and amn xn, which is equal to bn. Okay, so these are the system can be represented matrix, and the form is like this. Which type of form? It is a form like this: ax, which is equal to b. So how you represent in matrix form? These are the simple set of linear equations. So maybe you represent like this, where how you represent like this. So where you maybe write like, for set A, the elements are a 1 1, a 1 2 goes up to a1n, and second thing is for a21, a22 is also goes from a2n, and now lastly you may be represent like this. That is for amn, and here is right am2, and it is right mn1, m1. Okay, so these are the simple a. And how you write x? So x are, it is nothing but that is x1 x2 goes up to xn, and here is the matrix dimension is m cross n, and here is the matrix is n cross 1. And lastly, for b part, how you represent here? You represent like this. That is b1, b2, goes up to Bm and write M cross N. Okay, these are the column matrix where here A is called the coefficient matrix. Which is type of this matrix? That is, it is called as coefficient matrix. Okay, and X, this matrix for vector of unknowns, and this is your constant vector. Okay, so these are the basic representation of Ax is equal to B. So these are the simple general form and matrix representation. Now move on the next part, that is type of system. So system may be right in the format of that is type of system. How many type of system? Maybe write like this. First one is consistent system. Second one is inconsistent system. Okay. And next one is homogeneous system and non-homogeneous system. So what is called as consistent system? It in this system, a system has at least one solution. Is called as consistent solution, and inconsistent, it means a system that has no solution. It is called as inconsistent solution. And homogeneous, it means Ax which is equal to 0. It means a system where the constant vector B is the 0 vector. That is Ax is equal to 0. So here we say that a system a system where the constant vector B is the 0. That is Ax is equal to 0. Okay. And in non-homogeneous system, a system where B is not the 0 vector. Okay. So a system can be further classified in the basis of their nature of its solution set. Okay. So next one is a consistent system can be further classified by the nature of its solution. set. That is unique solution, infinitely many solution. So first one is unique solution. So what is unique solution? Unique solution, exactly one solution exists. Okay. And second thing is infinitely many solution. So what is infinitely many solution? A parametric family of solution exists, which is called as infinitely many solution. Okay. So next one is our augmented matrix and elementary row operation. Okay. So here is topic 2, that is augmented matrix and elementary row operation. Okay. So in this case, first we discuss about the augmented matrix. So what is augmented matrix? First, my question to you. So here, the augmented matrix is nothing but when you have some compact way to represent a linear system of for computational purpose is to include the constant vector as an additional column of the coefficient matrix. This is called as augmented matrix, and maybe it is denoted like this: A augmented B. So maybe you write in the format of matrix, that is A augmented B, which is equal to, here is the element A11, A21, A12 goes up to A1n. Here is for 21, A22, same goes for A2n. And lastly for AM1, here is AM2, and here is AMN. Okay. When B2 goes up to B. Hello everyone. Okay, so these are the some issue in my connection, so no problem. So here is m cos n plus 1. Okay, you may be right like this. So next one is elementary row operation. These are the augmented matrix, and next one is elementary row operation, that is 2.2. That is EROS. Maybe you say it like this. So here is some elementary row operation. Maybe you know it very well in class 12th. That is, you know, the various way for representation of the raw operation, and I have some theorem to show you that is related to system of linear equation. But that time, wait a minute, some call is coming. हेलो. हाँ. नहीं नहीं हूँ, लैब में ही हूँ. ठीक है, आ रहा हूँ, आ रहा हूँ, मैं भी आ रहा हूँ.